Brice
man.
Sheeler.
We've got a lot of hoods on the screen.
Yeah, we've got a lot of hoods. Jake Valentine playing Jeskai Saheeli. We're giving him an opportunity here on camera for him to prove that this is indeed his yard.
His yard?
Yeah, he's the big dog, and this is his yard.
Oh my. All right.
So Brice Sheeler in his sunglasses and hood looks downright intimidating. Jake looks like an idiot, but you know that's okay.
Well, I mean, so Jake is on camera, right? He just described how Jake looks.
No, Jake doesn't always look like an idiot. Just when he has this pointy hood that's not supposed to ever be up.
So we're roughly 24 hours from Modern Masters 2017 being widely available for purchase.
I'm trying to not think about it.
Because you might jump out of your skin with excitement.
No, because until we get to about 4 hours away, it's not safe for me to have an erection that long.
You need to see a physician.
Go to sleep, kids. All right. Oh, man. The turn 2 snake is going to meet the turn 2 horribly awry. That is horribly awkward for Brice. Jake now with a third fast land. These fast lands have really enabled shard mana very well. Or not shard mana, I'm sorry, wedge mana very well. If only they enabled shard mana as well. Ballista on 2 gets the thumbs up from Jake.
That's not where Jake wants to be. Hopefully he's got a removal spell at the end of the turn here. Does not!
So
passes with 4 up and a glimmer in hand.
The ballista is not a huge deal.
Concur.
It's not shooting anything down. I mean, he could potentially get bigger and swing for 2 and then represent 2. Like, he's not going to get a good combo off. Or he's not going to be able to combo off with this ballista on the table, but plenty of time to answer it.
Certainly not now. You see Glimmer here. You're going to generate some energy.
Look at 2. There's an answer.
Oh, man. We got a land and a harness.
I think we're
lightning?
top-topping. I think we're keeping them both.
Yeah, man. I'll keep both those.
Yeah, give me them both.
I'd keep the land.
No, we're keeping them both.
Oh, I was on a different card type.
I don't know what that means, but
I was on a different. I was on a card where you didn't get to. You had to keep one and not the other.
oh, no, he gets to have his cake and eat it too. So Jake's gonna take a look at his hand to see what he wants to deploy here.
He's drawn another land, but as it comes into play tapped land, I think you want to play that one here to keep open potential Gearhulk possibilities.
Depends on if he's got like a disallow or something that costs 3.
Yeah, because then you can play a 2 and a 3.
But yeah, I think
but then
having
you're a
the
turn
6th
behind on
land.
the Gearhulk.
Yeah, I think having the Gearhulk come in on time is way
All
more
right, here
important.
we go.
But
we're getting a third energy.
not to Jake. 4 mana. Okay, we're Felidar Guardianin to get an extra mana. This one's pretty solid.
Yeah, I'm into it. Felder Guardian for 3. Basically how it works out in the end. Generates an extra energy too.
Also has the mana open for
Negate.
this Harness Lightning still.
Alright, that's a big deal.
So here's a big interaction. Harness Lightning on this Walking Ballista. If Brice so chooses, he can shoot Jake for 2 in response, and then Jake gets no energy. For that reason, it looks like we're taking down the Rishkar.
Okay, interesting. Alright. So Brice probably wants to commit another threat to the board here.
Yeah, if he's
While
able
Jake
to.
has some shields down. Negative.
So this is the problem with the green-black deck, is you have to answer your opponent's threats and deploy threats of your own, and the answers are not good enough to make that happen in many cases.
Sure.
Jake missing his 6th land here.
Well, he's got to come in and play tapped. This was the choice he made last turn. You know, he he could have had the.
I don't agree with this
Gearhulk.
turn. I want another Glimmer here another turn, but Jake is Jake. And this is this.
Here's
Another grasp. Another one.
and no negates. You'd think a control deck like this would be chock full of negates, but that's not the case. And Jake's gonna try and make a big torrential Gearhulk turn here. The problem with turns like this is that I mean this is just telegraphed. If you're Brice, like you just have to be sniffing this out. Am I right?
Yeah, the
Like-
fact that he has the
Wow. See, I would come in with this.
horribly awry.
What?
He has a horribly awry that he could counter the snake with.
I would come in with this tireless tracker
Oh, attacking with tireless tracker now.
because, okay, so Gearhulk's a 5/4, and so like,
Gearhulk is a 5/6.
oh, is he a 5/6? All right. 2 and 2 makes 7. Okay, so even better. So he's gonna play the Gearhulk, and it's gonna probably fire off. You would have to assume Harness Lightning on the Constrictor.
I wanted to horribly awry the Constrictor. If you're doing anything to the Constrictor, it's that.
Sure.
Don't you sure me. Adds another Gearhulk to hand. Still
Brice
no
didn't
actual
attack. I
reaction.
did no attack. It has to be wrong.
Yeah. It's not a great situation.
The
Jake-
longer you say,
All right, so now you can respond to this very easily.
yes. Now this is where.
And you've got to harness lightning. I don't know what you harness lightning here, though. I guess the tireless tracker is the only real target.
Right.
So you can get the constrictor, but then your guy.
Interesting. And Jake has so much energy, it just doesn't matter here. What happened there? Why did he spend so much?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I was so confused. He should be
Yeah, you should be able to just spend 2, but
right.
who knows?
Who knows with Jake Valentine?
Yeah, he is living in his world, man. Giganti. That's a solid one here. There's a negate, a fumigate. Those are the choices. Keeping the negate is solid.
So
But-
he can cast Negate whenever, without paying blue mana for it, right?
Yeah, you can cast negate whenever he wants.
All right. Into that. Into it. And here is Westvale Abbey's made an appearance.
That's an interesting one.
It's not uninteresting.
Alright, so now we're going to get to Saheeli Rai or Gearhulk again. I actually like Saheeli Rai here as opposed to Gearhulk. You force him to be reactive. But tapping 6 and then untapping 6 and tapping 3 is a little bit of a tell. That's fine. You don't need this
That's
Saheeli.
alright.
The glimmer off of this Torrential Gearhulk is a much bigger deal.
Concur. Alright, so Jake's going to enter a stage of
Grief.
and consternation. Oh my gosh. Somebody call the academy. This man needs an award. He's holy smokes. He has a torrential Gearhulk in hand. There's no reason to like think about it for 30 seconds, but there's no need to like flail around and say the name of the card 1,000 times. And somebody just call the academy.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. An embarrassing display from Jake. Shows some more professionalism there, pal. Get a free attack with Gonti here if we want it. We can get a free attack with Ballista if we want it.
Ballista could, I would be firing up this Ballista just liberally.
Man, Harness Lightning is an insane draw
Ballista.
here. Blossoming Defense is alright. We can counter it.
So now Jake has the option of playing this Gearhulk to bring back another Harness Lightning?
He can. No, he doesn't have another Harness Lightning. He could negate the Blossoming Defense, though.
Okay.
He really wants to Glimmer, but I think this negate is a huge deal.
It's worth it, right? Yeah, it makes the negate worth about 4 damage.
Oh, he's glimmering.
He's glimmering in response?
Yeah, he has a shock that he can get, and shock will do the deed here, which is lucky. But man,
what? He didn't even look at that shock in the scry. What a guy. I hope Brice has another.
No, he saw one shock in the scry, but he got 2 shocks off of the.
Oh, did he?
Glimmer,
okay.
Yeah.
I hope Brice has a Blossoming Defense.
He doesn't. He has a Fatal Push.
Alright.
Oh man, draws the Verdurous Gearhulk.
Alright.
You ready for some fatties?
So we put 1 and 1 on the Snake and the Gearhulk, and then 2 on the Gonti, really adding 3 to the Gonti, making it outsizing one of Jake's Gearhulks.
Yes.
So if he were to attack with the Gonti this turn, it would mean that Jake has to double block with the Gearhulks, losing both of them and putting him in an almost untenable board position.
Yeah, it's not great for Jake from there.
I mean, I'm sure he has Fumigate in hand, or in the deck somewhere.
On the bottom.
Oh, he's ignoring Gonti entirely.
That's a mistake.
Yeah, so I disagree with this play right here. So yes, he now has 2 creatures that... Oh yeah, see, that's not going to be nearly the clock that you need to outrace him drawing a Fumigate.
Oh, and the draw is a disallow, which is pretty strong.
I hope Brice shows more aggression than our last round, because you need to end this.
Finish him.
This isn't like playing against another deck, a deck that doesn't have a Haymaker like Fumigate. This is a situation where you need this game to be over.
Absolutely.
7/7's big enough. I mean,
yeah,
attack with them all.
A good size.
I don't know what he's messing around with this. Like, how much do we need the Snake?
Yeah, I think
I guess
he's
the
just
snake
leaning on
doesn't
the
even
snake
trade
here.
off, but it
Another
eats,
snake.
it eats up a block.
Another one. Yeah, it does.
It eats up a blocker in that situation there. So you're either getting in 5 free damage, or
Say no to snakes.
you're making sure that your Gearhulk lives because he can't double block. Yeah, you should have attacked with that snake. There's no reason not to.
Depending on what Jake drew, attacking with a snake could have been game here.
I'm wondering if, like,
Oh, did he draw the fumigate?
so the snake represents 5. Jake would be at 3.
There's the fumigate.
Gains 3 life. So this is one of those things that, like, I don't remember about learning to play Magic.
Yeah.
In a situation like that, when so there's like 20. There's somewhere in the like 24ish range of blocking permutations.
Mm-hmm.
When you have 3 creatures and Jake has 2, and, like, you know what I mean. And I can run through all of them because you, like, discount, like, the large majority of them right away.
Right. Yeah.
And so,
Why is
like,
he shocking the cleric?
I don't know. But, like, do you think that's a difficult thing, or do you think that's a thing that's unapproachable for a new players to run through all the blocking scenarios?
No, I think it's a fairly easy thing to learn to just, like, block out certain permutations, like you said.
Yeah, just let him take 4.
I think taking him up to 5.
Oh, sure, this forces the game. Alright, and that's the game.
That's game.
Man, Walking Ballista is a heck of a Magic card.
Yeah, you won't hear any argument from me.
Yeah, I forget how hard or easy, like, a full... So, like, I guess you have to do it for every possible attacking permutation, too, of which there's 6.
Right.
I guess we... Yeah, I guess... And we can remove attacking with just the snake, because that just kills your snake. It doesn't kill anything of theirs.
Right. So you have to first decide what you want the outcome to be. Like,
Right.
if you're trying to get him to block, or if you're trying to force damage through, or, you know, any number of things.
Right, and that
if you're
tells you where
trying,
you start on your permutations.
right. So if you're trying to get damage through, the starting point is send them all. Yeah. Or if you're trying to get him to block, the starting point is send either enough to make it, like, force him to block because he's going to take damage, or send the things that you're okay with him trading with on the block.
Yeah, I wonder if there's these are interesting decision trees in my mind.
Oh, yeah?
So I think they're things that I do naturally when I play Magic, since
Yeah.
I've been playing it for so long. I haven't really focused on learning new skills in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
But I definitely remember...
Jake has the hoodie off.
Oh, gosh. He's revealed himself.
His true form as the guy.
Is this his final form?
Probably.
Unfortunately.
And then some random girl said, I am getting so hot.
All right, can we cut to overhead? I'm sick of looking at this.
Yeah. Especially
yeah,
because
let's
the
cut to
camera
overhead. Thank
comes
you.
from underneath on Jake. And it's really just, it's not the angle you want to see.
I'm not insulting the man. I'm tired of looking at him.
Not as good as country grammar, but nothing will ever be as good as country grammar.
There's So much silliness going on at this store right now. I can't handle it. All right, Jake is fired up.
Some music.
Some
I don't know if
Nelly.
you guys can hear it. I hope so.
Was this song on Country Grammar, or was this on the next album?
This is the next album.
This was on Sweatsuit, wasn't it? Here, you pressed that double album Sweatsuit. Oh, that's funny. Listen. The two things you need from that era of rap are you need Country Grammar.
Yeah.
That album's critical.
Okay.
Every song on it's a total banger.
All right. I agree that it was a good album. I don't think you need it, but that's fine.
And the other album you need is the album he released after that with the Saint Lunatics.
So you're saying that Nelly was the entirety of that era of rap,
No,
which is a blatant falsehood. He's at best a footnote.
He was contending with Eminem at the time, who
He was contending with like so many tremendous rappers, and I mean, like this music is entertaining and it's good, but it's like if we're talking top two albums, neither of them are Country Grammar.
Neither are Country Grammar. No, but that album, I think that album,
Where are we defining this era's start point?
I don't know. I don't even know. What year do you think Country Grammar came out? I'll say 2002.
No, it was like 99, 2000.
All right, Country Grammar. Let's go to the Wikipedia page for this fine album. Released June 27th, 2000.
Okay.
Just in time for the summer between my sophomore and junior year.
Right. So, if we're taking that era anywhere near Country Grammar, like Chronic 2001 has got to be.
Oh, God, that album is. I
That's
still
the
listen
beginning.
to it end to end today.
Oh, yeah. It's tremendous. And then, like, Slim Shady LP was 98, I think.
Yeah, the Marshall Mathers LP was 2000.
Like, both of those are contenders.
I mean, Marshall Mathers LP is like.
But yeah, that was. Those two define the era for sure. Nelly is a nice little footnote, though.
Yeah, Marshall Mathers LP literally came out a month before Country Grammar. So you're right. I mean, it is a footnote comparatively. Here's a Snake on 2, and a Saheeli on 3 for Jake.
This Saheeli is
Threatening to
representing
go off.
a turn 4 kill. This is why this Jeskai deck is, or the Saheeli deck rather, not the Jeskai one in particular, is so strong because it forces your hand.
Oh, he had it. He was
Didn't have the land.
He was hunting the land, but
All right, so we've got a Lost Legacy naming Felidar Guardian. And you know how I feel about this.
what else was he gonna do?
Cast a Rishkar and kill the Saheeli.
Okay. I can get behind that plan.
No, you can't. How about that, huh? Some card you got there. The real win condition is only 2.
There's only 2. Alright. So, Brice is really looking deep on other things he can name with future Lost Legacies.
Likely. That's definitely where you want to be, is planning out your future Lost Legacies.
Is that the best thing to do in Standard right now?
That is the best thing you could be doing in any format. I have planned out my future Lost Legacy, as you can see on this table.
Spoiler alert, guys. This Lost Legacy is in like 8 different pieces.
Oh, there's way more than 8.
Okay, more than 8 pieces. Alright, so he gets a draw after this Lost Legacy result.
Minimum 20.
20 pieces. Jake's gonna scry.
And deal a damage. We're going to scry to the top, it looks like.
It's a good place to be. All right.
And now that Brice has wasted an entire card, Jake has firm control of this.
Yes.
So this is the axis you want to be able to fight these control decks on. Forcing him to counter spells when you know he wants to Glimmer.
Right. But in the good news column, Jake has prevented himself 4 damage.
Yeah, prevented himself 4 damage.
Scryed 3 times now.
And dealt 3 damage.
That's not a bad rate on a Magic the Gathering card.
No, and he has the answer for the Winding Constrictor if he wants it.
Really?
Yeah, he has an Immolating Glare in hand. And being able to cast this now is a huge deal. Because Brice has gotten literally 0 value out of it.
Here's a Gonti.
Don't care
3,
about
4.
a Gonti. Let's see what he gets. So we've got... It looks like we're taking an Anticipate, which is solid, or Harness Lightning. Harness Lightning can't be the right call.
Yeah. I
Give
think
me that
Anticipate's the best you're going to do out of that versus Harness Lightning. Man, Saheeli again.
Yeah, we're just going to keep on scrying. Man, he has not scryed one to the bottom. How good is that got to feel?
It's got to be amazing. Do you think he fires up Fumarole, flips it, and blocks?
No, he's 100% in on this Glimmer.
Burning a hole in his pocket.
Yeah. Put a counter on Gonti and get in there.
See, now I could see firing up Fumarole block.
Yeah, it really depends on whether he values a Saheeli more than a Glimmer.
Because if you let Saheeli live, you get to kill the Nissa.
I agree. I don't know that Nissa is like a huge deal here.
I don't want to have to worry about it.
Yeah, you can just attack into it if you want. I mean, obviously that sounds good.
Oh, does Brice have no cards in hand too?
Brice has 2 cards in hand.
Does he? And an Anticipate?
2 cards and an Anticipate. One of the cards at least is a Walking
there it is.
Ballista.
Alright. This is one way to deal with it. So
Yeah.
this is a quarantine field, X equals 2.
Not the gate. Sure, whatever.
Okay, we're looking at Lost Legacy, Verder's Gearhulk, and
Ruinous Path.
Ruinous Path, alright.
Verder's Gearhulk's pretty strong here as a follow-up to...
Yeah, he's cast enough Lost Legacy for this game.
yeah, for his life, hopefully. Walking Ballista into
You play some country grammar?
Verder's Gearhulk is pretty strong here. Or just a naked one. Yeah, that's cool too. 8/8's pretty solid.
I just... Alright. See, I leave that around to... I guess you probably don't have Fatal Pushes in the deck anymore.
He might. I don't know. The only good target for it is... I guess Fumarole's a good target for it technically, but Feldar Guardian, which you've already lost Legacied.
Sure.
The 2 of.
Alright. See, this is why this wasn't a great use of Verder's Gearhulk. Is that he's now attacking into immolating glares that he knows are there, or a Gearhulk for the immolating glare that's in the graveyard. So like,
Yeah.
he was playing around literally 7 cards.
He can... Jake, if you wanted to, can harness lightning with his Gearhulk now.
Sure.
I don't know that he wants to. I think you just take 8 here.
Yeah, whereas if you Walking Ballista and then Gearhulk the next turn, I suppose your Gearhulk's not resolving, but having a Walking Ballista on the board is just as good, almost.
Even better, sometimes.
Alright, no effects from Jake. Going to 12. Harness Lightning for the whole bit. 5 in the pool, plus the 3 on the card itself. Replacement.
Replacement Gearhulk off the top.
Just a little off the top. Jake, with that Gearhulk resolving, we know Jake's shield's down.
He could block with a Fumarole if he really wanted to, but it doesn't actually buy him a turn.
Alright, so we're going to start blocking with Fumaroles now.
I don't think that actually buys him any time. I mean, if he doesn't have a land.
Alright.
So
that's
that'll
how that
do
one
it.
goes.